What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the CFL podcast. And you guys, breaking news, okay? Five-star defensive lineman, David Hicks Jr. from Allen High School out of Allen, Texas. Top defensive lineman out of the class of 2023. Under Armour All-American invite. Mr. David Hicks Jr. has released his top 11. And Grambling State has made that top 11. Grambling State has made the top 11 for one of the best defensive linemen in the country in the class of 2023. This is big. So let's talk about him for a little bit. And I'm going to tell you why I think, it's pretty much probably a given on why Grambling State is even in contention for this kid anyway. Before we get started, though, do me a favor. I've been saying it for a lot. I'm going to keep saying it. Brim Solutions. I'm going to put the picture up. Go on Instagram. Inquire about the service. This is a company started by Rakira Fuller. She is a Howard graduate, an HBCU graduate. So please support your HBCU grads. Support the community. I know y'all do it. Y'all continuously do it. So I'm just asking y'all to keep that thing going with her. So go to Instagram. Follow the page. Inquire about her services. And yeah, that's about it. I'm going to put the picture up. I'm going to put the services up. Y'all look at that. All right, now let's get into David Hicks Jr. So, just to give you his ranking, right, nationally, he's ranked number 3. At the defensive line position, he's actually ranked number 2. So there's one guy ahead of him at his position, actually. And in the state of Texas, he's ranked number 1. He's the best recruit out of Texas. That ain't an easy thing to do. Texas is where football is life. Football is more important than church in Texas, okay? There are many recruits in Texas. Many Division I programs come to Texas to recruit. So the fact that this kid is the best, is considered the best out of that class, it's a lot. It means a lot. Now, at 6'4", 250 pounds, this kid is a monster. A monster, all right? He's a 3-sport athlete, number 1. He plays football, of course. All right, he plays basketball. And he also throws shot put and discus in track and field. So this kid, man, he's in shape all year round. And you can see that's really helping him when he gets to the football field. Like, he's not taking time off when the football season is over with. He's always doing something. He's a true athlete. Now, so far he has 35 offers. 35. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you're going to hear a few, right? And I'm going to name the schools that he's visited so far because I do want to talk about visits when it comes to HBCUs. So, the schools that he's visited and have been offered by, Notre Dame, LSU, Oklahoma, Florida, Texas, Texas A&M, Ohio State, Clemson, and Alabama. Now, I want to talk about visits, right? Because I'm thinking to myself, now that you guys are in the top 11, Grambling, do what you can do to get this kid on campus. Do what you can do. Like, I understand that you're going up against major competition, and you have a long way to go to get this kid. Even though you've made the top 11, go, just try. You feel me? Nothing bad can come from trying your hardest to get this kid. Don't just sit in the back and let, the big boys get their chance with him simply because you guys feel like you can't compete or you guys don't have the facilities or everything that Florida, Alabama does. Like, come on. You have strengths, and you need to play those strengths. Schedule this kid because, I've been saying, as much as I would love to see a 5-star recruit go to Jackson State, I want to see a 5-star recruit go to any HBCU. I want to see these top prospects go to any HBCU. It does not have to be Jackson State. I'll be just as excited if they go to Southern. I don't even like Southern. The first team I was ever a fan of as a kid in college football, period, was Grambling State. So, you feel me? I don't care where that kid goes. I just want to see him at an HBCU. So, please, man, Grambling, do what y'all got to do. Like, if y'all fans of Grambling, DM this kid, man. Like, put a bug in his ear. Let's try to get our talent back home. But back on topic. Grambling wasn't his only HBCU offer, okay? He also had an offer from Prairie View A&M. He had an offer from Texas Southern, of course, and then, of course, Grambling. So, Grambling still was able to make the cut. He said no to Prairie View. He said no to Texas Southern after weighing out all his options. And when I tell you Well, when you hear the reason why I think Grambling is in the top 11, it'll make more sense, right? So, his father played linebacker at Grambling State University. Yes, his father, David Hicks Sr., played linebacker at Grambling State University from 2002 to 2006. So if anybody is familiar with him, all Grambling fans, let me know how good of a player he was down below in the comments. Anybody who knows that time period for Grambling State football, let me know how good he was, because I was a fan of Grambling back then, but I was more focused on offense. I ain't know nobody on defense's name. I was just a kid. So let me know how good he was down in the comments below, right? All right, so after his time at Grambling, his father spent 1 year with the Kansas City Chiefs, and he also had short stints in the CFL and in the AFL. And actually, he's also a Musclemania Texas champion. That's right. His father is a bodybuilder. So that's why this kid is so big, all right, to be in the class of 2023. That's why he's already so big. I can imagine his father has him on great diets, protein diets. He puts through rigorous workouts, plus the workouts that he get at Allen High School, because Allen is a powerhouse high school in Texas. That I do know. That's the school Kyler Murray came from. They put out a lot of talent. So I just know, like, year round, his body is receiving the best treatment. All right. So yeah, his father, no slouch as far as an athlete. He's no stranger to football. And I guess his father going to Grambling is kind of what inspired him to make Grambling part of his top 11, of his final top 11. His recruiting is still 100% open. People do have him going to Texas A&M. They're crystal balling him to Texas A&M. But you just don't know, because the crystal ball isn't always right. So you just don't know which way this thing could fall. I'm not going to talk about the chance that Grambling has, right? Because we know what they're competing against. I just think that you should definitely try your hardest as a program to get this kid. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. That's my point. That's just what I'm saying. Now, as for the kid and how good he is, right? Absolutely powerful first punch. I mean, the kid is great with his first punch, all right? Very explosive off the line. He's a run stopper. That's where he's going to make his money at, but he can rush the passer as well. And he's not bad as a pass rusher either, Now, one thing I found interesting, that one of the national recruiting analysts for 24/7 Sports Composite actually had him as a first-round projection for when this kid leaves college. He's already projected as a first-round guy by the national recruiting analyst. He's a special talent. He really is a special talent. He was just cited at the LSU camp. They always hold camps for top prospects and everything like that. And I think that was his second time going, and he's impressed. As a matter of fact, there are articles of him, like him just impressing everywhere he goes. Every camp that he goes to, he's impressing these scouts and these writers, these sports writers, and everything like that. He even has a couple of interviews already with a couple of channels on YouTube. Y'all should definitely search that and check that out. The kid is really talented. But with that being said, that's all I have on this kid. I just wanted to say that they should really do their due diligence when it comes to recruiting this kid. I want to see Grambling go hard for him. You might not get him, but I want to see that effort being put in, because there are a lot of kids who are saying, like, it's not that I didn't want to go to a HBCU, but it's just that they never really put the effort into recruiting me. And that is sad. I just, you don't want to hear it anymore. So here's to hoping, even with the whole Coach Fobbs situation, him being on the hot seat, them talking about him being fired and everything like that, I still really hope that they do their due diligence in trying to get this kid. I really do. But like I said, man, he's only of the class of 2023. We got time, so we'll see, where he goes, where he ends up committing to. And even if he does commit early, before his senior year, he can still change his mind. So I just hope that, Grambling just continues to put on a good show, and hopefully we can see the trend, the real trend of big high school athletes, recruits, committing to HBCUs. That's what I want to see. But man, thank you so much for watching the channel. This is a time where we're going to find out a lot of recruiting news coming up, especially next month. So I'm already starting to see some stuff. So I'm putting these videos out because I love recruiting. So y'all gonna be finding out from me who your school is offered, who's committed, who is even visiting, if I can get that information as well. So with that being said, man, thank you for watching this video. You are watching the CFL podcast, and I'm out. Peace.